Good evening and welcome to Bình Phuoc Radio, Television and Newspaper, BPTV News. I'm Thủy, bringing you the latest updates and stories from around the country. Stay with us for all details. Greening transportation in Vietnam to major cities. Vietnam imposes anti-dumping duties on certain steel products imported from China. Binh Phuoc aims to attract 400 million USD in FDI in 2025. Binh Phuoc promoting circular livestock farming. Now, let's take a look at local news. The Vietnam National University Ho Chi Minh City held a ceremony on January 23 to celebrate its 30th founding anniversary, January 27, 1995 to 2025. The event was attended by former State President Nguyễn Minh Triết, former State President Trương Tấn Sang, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, and head of ministries and local authorities, Secretary of the Binh Phuoc Provincial Party Committee Tôn Ngọc Hạnh, and Vice Chairwoman of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee Trần Tuyết Minh participated in the event.
Over the past 30 years, the university has trained nearly 400,000 graduates, including bachelors, engineers, architects, doctors, pharmacists, masters, and PhDs. It is the cradle where the country's strategic level officials are trained, including those who hold important positions of the party and state, as well as successful entrepreneurs and leading scientists. The university is also a pioneer in piloting new academic disciplines while leading the country in the number of training programs ranked by international organizations. It is also the leader in Vietnam in the number of international research articles and a pioneer in technology transfer research with numerous international patents raking annual revenues of 250 to 300 billion Vietnam dong, or over 9.7 million US dollars to 11.7 million US dollars. The university has signed and effectively implemented cooperation agreements with 14 provinces and cities from Quảng Ngãi and beyond, as well as hundreds of universities and international organizations. It has actively collaborated with international partners to carry out large-scale projects with total funding of hundreds of millions US dollars. With its significant efforts and achievements, the university was honored with the first-class labor order.
In the first month of 2025, Binh Phuoc Province enjoyed the good attraction of foreign direct investment (FDI). This has brought about the hope of a major wave of FDI flowing into the local industrial zones in the near future.
According to the Provincial People's Committee, Binh Phuoc attracted 35 FDI projects worth nearly 640 million US dollars last year. As of the end of 2024, the province has accumulated nearly 440 FDI projects with total registered capital exceeding 5.2 billion US dollars. Recognizing FDI as a crucial driver for achieving a growth rate of 9% in 2025 and double-digit growth in the coming years, Binh Phuoc has set a target of drawing 1 trillion Vietnam dong, or nearly 40 million US dollars in domestic capital and 400 million US dollars in foreign capital this year. To reach this goal, the province has mobilized resources and implemented strategies to attract FDI since the beginning of the year. In January alone, Binh Phuoc secured 4 FDI projects with a total investment of approximately 40 million US dollars.
Also on the local news, amid the transition to a green economy and the increasing adoption of digital technology in agriculture, the application of circular livestock farming in Binh Phuoc Province is emerging as a key trend. This model is attracting great attention from major livestock investor, as it not only optimizes resources but also contribute to environmental protection, disease prevention, and sustainable economy.
One of the notable advantages of circular livestock farming is effective waste management. Instead of allowing byproducts such as manure and wastewater to cause environmental pollution, livestock farms in Binh Phuoc are actively implementing biological treatment systems to convert waste into organic fertilizers or biogas. Biogas not only provides clean energies for farms, but also reduces reliance on fossil fuels, thereby helping to lower greenhouse gas emissions. This model not only maximizes resource efficiency, but also fosters a closed-loop, sustainable green production ecosystem. Therefore, farmers and agricultural investors in Binh Phuoc can reduce input costs, increase the added value of their products, and improve the quality of life for the local community.
Coming up next is the domestic news. Let's stay on with us. On the evening of February 23, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired the meeting on the progress of the Gia-Bình Airport project in Bắc Ninh province and the construction of a route connecting Hanoi Center to this airport. At the meeting, the Prime Minister emphasized the importance of completing this route within 2 years, ensuring it is the fastest, straightest, and most efficient. The construction on Phase 1 of Gia-Bình Airport project began in December 2024, aiming to make it become a multifunctional dual-use airport meeting International 4E standard. The Prime Minister directed the immediate initiation of Phase 2 currently with Phase 1 to save time and resources. The Prime Minister has also instructed the development of modern and smart logistics center at Gia-Bình Airport to support e-commerce growth. Both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh cities are planning to transition to a green transportation, including urgently proposing solutions to support residents and businesses in shifting to environmentally friendly means of transportation. Ho Chi Minh City aims to cover its public transport network with 100% of electric and green energy bus fleet by 2030, striving to become the first city nationwide to have 100% of electric and green energy vehicles between 2040 and 2050. This process is divided into 2 phases, of which Phase 1 is set to be complete within the first quarter of 2025, focusing on supporting and encouraging the transition of public transportation means, especially buses, to electric and green energy powered vehicles. Phase 2 is set to be complete in the third quarter of 2025, planning to pilot the use of electric and green energy vehicles in Cần Giờ district and some central district. Hanoi aims to convert over 70% of its bus fleet to electric and green energy buses by 2030, and then raising the percentage up to 100% by 2035. 15 years ahead of nation target set for 2050. The Vietnamese Ministry of Industry and Trade has announced the imposition of temporary anti-dumping duty ranging from 19.38% to 27.83% on specific hot-rolled coil steel products imported from China. This measure will take effect on March 8. The decision was issued on February 21st, following an anti-dumping investigation initiated in July of the previous year. While the investigation confirmed dumping activities, imports from India were excluded from temporary duties due to their minimal market share in Vietnam, accounting for less than 3% of total imports. This action aligned with Vietnam's commitment to protect its domestic industries from unfair competition and ensure a level playing field in the market. Lobster farmers in Vietnam have been grappling with significant financial losses over the past year as prices reached a 3-year low despite consistent purchasing. The export of Vietnamese lobster to China experienced a significant surge, with a continuous rise recorded in January this year at 70 million USD, a 9-fold increase compared to same period last year. However, this impressive growth has not translated into better prices for local farmers. Experts in the industry attribute the persistent low prices to intense competition from countries such as Australia, Canada, and the United States. These nations have increased their luster export to China, reducing the market share and bargaining power of Vietnamese suppliers. That's all for today's edition of BPTV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bích Thủy wishing you a wonderful evening. Goodbye and see you next time.